Happy Wednesday and welcome to Screen Time Continuum. And I'm here with Nick and Keelan. And how you guys doing?
Is it Wednesday or Sunday?
Oh, dude, don't confuse me.
All right, it's Wednesday. It's Wednesday. I'm good. How you doing, man?
I'm all right. How about you, Keelan?
I'm great. I'm great. Definitely a long Wednesday. Kind of feels like Friday already. I don't know what's going on with this week, but doing well. Doing well.
All right, all right. Weirdly, it actually does feel like a Friday. I'm ready for this shit to end for the week. All right. All right, everybody. So tonight we're going to be discussing and reviewing a 2020 movie called Freaky, starring Vince Vaughn and Catherine? Yeah, Catherine Newton. So honestly, I'm really not going to go over Vince Vaughn because I think most of us or most people know Vince Vaughn track record.
Mm-hmm.
So let's.
And if you don't, you know Owen Wilson, so you know of Vince Vaughn.
It's like, yeah, if you haven't seen the Google movie, you've seen fucking Wedding Crashers.
Wedding Crashers, at least, yeah.
Or as for me, I finally got to see Dodgeball. So
yeah,
let's see. Then let's go into Catherine Newton's track run. So she's interesting. I literally just looked up a couple movies she's played in, and it looks like she's done a couple of Paranormal Activity movies. So this is her territory, and it's in her own fashion. She is, if you don't know her from anything else, she's played in 3 Billboards Down in Ebony, Missouri. Let's see, she played in Ender's Game. She also played in Cock Blockers with John Cena and that other dude. I forget that other comedian name. She also played in Detective Pikachu. She's also played, and she played in Bad Teacher and Lady Bird and Ben is Back. So she has a nice track record. And just for reference, for future reference, she is going to be playing Scott Lang's daughter in the next upcoming Marvel film, Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania.
Oh, that is her. Okay. Good job.
Well, they recast Cassie Lane.
Yeah, they recast her, and I saw the person that they had recast her as, and I didn't realize it was the same person. But with DeJohn saying that just now, I realized oh, that is the same face. Didn't really.
Yeah, but then I don't know why they recast, but I guess she got too old too fast.
Probably.
They just said they put her in an Endgame. You're like, you know what? No.
Yeah.
We need somebody blonde.
Or maybe it was her performance in Ender's Game. I'm sure they're gonna dye her hair. I don't think she's gonna be blonde in the movie. I don't think she's blonde in real life.
No.
Or like a dirty blonde or like brunette.
Nah, I can see her having jet black hair.
Okay. She got that whatever that chick name that played Hela from Thor Ragnarok. Kate Blanchett? Blanchett.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's get into it. So the whole story behind this movie, it's pretty straightforward. It's just, for me, it was refreshing and refreshing in a fashion. It's kind of a mashup and a love note to a lot of slasher films and other horror films. So we basically got this Freaky Friday scenario just with a murderer / if not Freaky Friday, think of the hot chick with what's that dude's name? Rob Schneider, kind of mixed up with for me, just kind of remind me of a TV show that was on Fox that lasted about 2 seasons called Scream Queens, in a sense, with the humor that was added into it for the modern day teenager drama. So I guess your action horror comedy, we'd be jumping in with Vince Vaughn in this. So serial killer, it's very generic. Serial killer comes back into the picture of this town, gets this magic dagger, stabs her, switch bodies, and the whole movie is this the serial killer in a girl's body just killing teenagers. So
nice.
That honestly sums it up. And this is one of these moments where you actually get a comedian And then you're like, is he going to be funny or he's going to be trying to play the serious role? And I can say it went both ways for both of these actors, surprisingly. So let's get you guys' thoughts on it.
Awesome. Yeah, I actually kind of liked the movie. From the jump, it was, really well. Okay, first I'll start with, I remember when this movie was first advertised, and I was slightly interested because of Vince Vaughn and the whole Freaky Friday theme. And then I lost interest. Interest feigned very fast for me because I don't know what it is about certain types of movies when it's like, why is everything always revolving around high school? Like, college exists, right? Or like the workplace, so that was just, for me, it was like, okay, this is a more of a coming of age introduction to the Freaky Friday scenarios, because we haven't had one of those in almost 20 years now. And they're just, he's just reintroducing that, in my opinion, to this generation. So it wasn't really for me. But I enjoyed a lot of what I saw. And from the beginning, I like how it got straight to kind of explaining, or the way we were introduced to the first characters or the first victims. It was very classic slasher flick, but it was at the same time, hey, if you're into the kind of things that they're doing, or if you're in this age range, this is what you and your friends are doing. This is the kind of movie we want you to watch. And yeah. So for me, I enjoyed it from the beginning all the way to the end, but there were some heavy discrepancies. Again, movie wasn't made for me though, so my discrepancies are just based on opinion and taste.
Well, even if it's not kind of meant for us, it kind of remind me of back in the days of the crap we used to watch back in the day. So it's like, if it's not meant for our demographics, it's meant to target the nostalgia in some sense.
Oh, for sure. I got a lot of urban legend nostalgia out of this one. A lot of Freaky Friday too, but urban legend, Scream, the whole, every time they want to kill, it's the whole big old knife. That was Scream for me. Every time it's like, oh, back to Scream. Oh, back to Scream. Oh man, they really like Scream in this movie.
He's wearing like a Jason mask too.
Yep.
So.
Yeah. More like I think it was like a leather face mask, no?
I mean, it was a leather Jason mask.
There you go. They just making, they take a nod to most things. I don't know if you guys caught that kill with the whole Huck. Could have been like,
yes.
I Know What You Did Last Summer, or Candyman.
Hey, I didn't think that. You're right. And I didn't know what you did. I Know What You Did Last Summer. The murderer's weapon was a hook as well.
I'm sorry. A lot of people forgot about that movie.
Yeah,
that series.
There's 3 of those, right?
I don't even remember.
I know Brandy was in one of them. I don't remember what, but I know Brandy was in one of them. Brandy Norwood, you guys. I'm not sure. There might be a new Brandy on the horizon, but Brandy Norwood. So yeah, it's not at all. So and then I also liked how they did the whole, at the very beginning, everything started in 1977 with the Blissfield Butcher, and then she corrects him like, no, it was 1990, and this happened and this happened. And then even later in the movie, we get the real story, which was he initially killed his mother and then went into hiding. But they didn't really give a timeline from that. So that just let me know it was probably only like somewhere between 5 to 10 year type of thing. And this is just, the lore of the town. But yeah, and before I get into the weapons and all of that, what did you think, Nick?
Interesting. No, I mean, I thought it was serviceable. I didn't think that it was a bad movie at all. I just didn't necessarily think, like you said, Keelan, it's not for me. It made me feel old as fuck. Because watching kids in high school with their lingo and how they interact with each other, I'm just like, this is cringe. Like,
I can't relate with that shit.
I can't relate with any of it. So, I definitely felt that, like, okay, this isn't for me. This is for a younger audience, which I can understand. I think it's a decent movie. It's not great. I actually think the director's other movie, Happy Death Day, is better.
I heard about that. I'm excited to follow up with that, honestly.
Yeah, I think that's a better, because of the premise is a little bit more fresh. I mean, we've seen the Freaky Friday thing done a lot. This has the twist of being a murderer, which I have another complaint. I don't like gore for gore's sake. I really like, for some reason, the deaths at the beginning really turned me off. Seeing a young girl get her fucking head smashed in with the toilet seat until she bled out of her eyeballs was not something I wanted to see from a comedy.
That was my least favorite kill. I have to say that now. That was my least favorite kill.
I'm gonna tell you guys, I'm sorry personally.
It's okay. It's not your fault.
If I laugh at these deaths you guys mentioned, I'm sorry to you guys and I'm sorry to the audience, because for me, I was scared watching a lot of these things back in the days, mainly Child's Play.
Mm-hmm.
That freaked the shit out of me. And you know what? Me getting over this shit was getting over that fear. It's just a movie in its own sense. Was finding comedy with my brothers on these kills. Going back to watching Freddy Krueger back in the day, but I'm like, I don't think I can watch Freddy Krueger back now, and I don't think I can glorify a child rapist.
Yeah, well, but also, I mean, like the kills back in those days in the slasher films was not exactly as graphic as this. You know what I mean? Like you didn't see literally somebody's head get smashed into a pulp. They would cut away before that happened. Oh, your mic is mute.
No.
Milt.
No, I mean mute.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right. Or the wine bottle getting shattered in the kid's throat.
Right, shoved down his throat and then exploded. Yeah. I don't know.
Awesome, but at the same time, it was a bit much.
He said it was awesome. Hey, at least that toilet seat was clean.
Oh God, man. I don't know. I clutch my pearls a little bit at that because I'm an old fuck now. And
like Guns Akimbo. Dirty ass bathroom, bro.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I thought the movie was decent. It was okay. I actually think the girl's performance was better than Vince Vaughn's.
I agree.
I did not really like Vince Vaughn's performance as much as I thought I would. I thought the girl's performance as the serial killer was much better. I don't know why, but that's the way I felt about it.
I share that somewhat. But I have to say, Vince Vaughn played a teenage girl very well.
Yeah, but he's also 6'4", and it just doesn't make me like
fucking giant.
I was more convinced about the serial killer being in the teenage girl than the teenage girl being in Vince Vaughn.
That to me, the comedy was Vince Vaughn as a teenage girl. That was the comedy of the movie.
And I will have to say, I don't know if there's much comedy in this movie. I didn't laugh that much.
Only if you're of the generation to understand the reference.
Maybe, but even then, I thought the slapstick wasn't that great. I mean, Vince Vaughn was funny when he was like doing his girl run, but there wasn't that many funny moments. At least I thought.
Well,
so
I thought one of the funnier moments, and forgive me, but I thought one of the that's what I'm saying. Forgive me. I thought one of the funnier moments was the absolute notion. Until it actually happened, then it wasn't funny anymore. That Vince Vaughn was gonna have a makeout scene with a teenage boy, and I was like, "Oh, that's gonna be hilarious," because it's not gonna happen. Like they're gonna allude to it, and they're gonna get close to it. Oh my God, they're close.
No, this is gonna happen. Like you gotta relate to. This is kind of fucked up about what to say. You gotta kind of cater to. You knew it was kind of coming with something. It was either or seeing his dick or sharing a dick. In a sense, with the gay kid, and it's just catering to that whole thing right now.
Well, yeah, I mean the first words of the movie were "Don't underestimate the violence that white men are capable of." Yes. So I knew exactly what this movie was trying to do as soon as that happened. I was like, "Okay, cool, thanks."
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Just the plot from the beginning.
Yeah.
I felt the same way, Nick. When she said that this was me, I even rewound it to make sure I heard her properly. I was like, "Did she say white men or men?" She said white man, and I was like, "Oh, this is an attack." But go ahead, I'm watching.
Yeah.
This is an attack.
And so I mean, like, look, I know the snarky, sardonic, like characteristics of Zoomers and stuff, and that's just how they view the world now, and that's totally whatever. But I don't know. I just keep your politics out of the movies, man.
They're called Zoomers.
Yeah, I heard it too. I didn't know. I never heard that one.
Zoomers are the generation under us.
So X with Generation X is the X-Zoomers? How does that?
No, Generation X is the one that was born before us, and then Millennials, and then Zoomers.
Oh shoot! Whoa! Let me write this down.
Hey, would my son be considered a Zoomer?
He might be in the
probably
alpha.
A whole new, it might be a whole new classification.
There's a new that he's a part of the newest generation. I don't know what that's called yet.
He has to get in and through elementary school, and then they'll come up with a name for him.
Right. I think they're calling it Generation Alpha though, or something.
I will also add, I did appreciate how, with that beginning statement of the perpetual violence of white men, they also allowed, I'm going to say it that way, they allowed the young gay kid, the boy, I think that was Josh, they allowed the Josh character to kind of cross the line on certain things.
Oh yeah,
and then, like, and with verbiage especially, like the one thing that jumped out to me was when he was talking to the older black guy. I like your black
Black wiener.
Black wiener.
Yeah,
there you go. I was about to say black. I was like, no, he didn't say black. Yeah, it's black wiener, and it was like, but I appreciated it because okay, yeah, you're gonna cross the line, but then this civilian, this other person who doesn't live that lifestyle is kind of just gonna, all right, let me get the hell away from. The fuck is wrong with you, man?
Yeah.
And that's just kind of the reality of how life plays out. Like there are people who cross lines and there are people who don't. And with this being based on the perpetual violence of white men, I like how they made sure to kind of throw in some of those things that other men do. Young Hispanic men, young men in general are just belligerent assholes. But hey, that's the society we live in, so let's not take that too far.
So in that case,
movies,
you can make
movies like young men to be belligerent assholes.
You're right.
Yeah.
But at the same
case, you can also bring up the sex scene about why she stopped.
Oh yeah.
He wanted 3 more minutes, man.
Oh yeah.
I was thinking like there was a sex scene. Oh yeah, that.
Yeah.
Forgot about that.
It's just so, dude.
Again,
it's so corny. It's so corny. I know what you're doing. Stop doing it. Tell me a story. You know, like I don't want to hear your viewpoints oozing out of the script. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
Just tell me a story already.
Were you having the same moments I used to have with Game of Thrones? Quit it.
Yeah, stop it.
Quit.
Get help.
Stop.
The question is, which season now?
All of them.
All of them.
Yeah.
I've never finished it.
Oh gosh.
I had to stop after season 2.
I'm not gonna tell you how many hours we have discussing that show. Another time.
Yeah.
But yeah, so for me, a lot of that, I liked it though. Like it was a little touch and go, pushy. You know, they tried to keep pushing the line. But I did appreciate the attempt. Mm-hmm. Like you have to have an attempt in order for it to be somewhat enjoyable. Even if you fall flat on your face hard as shit, at least you tried. And I'm always gonna give them a little bit of credit for trying. You know.
Yeah. No, I understand. I just think that it's catering to a younger generation that I find really cringe. So,
and I don't, in my opinion, I don't think they're giving the younger generation, even with movies like this, they're not giving them the opportunity of creativity.
Well, they're not giving them credit. It seems pandering. Like I don't like when you can tell somebody's trying to pander to somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Well, I'll tell you the truth. It does piss me off at times coming from being an English major, just hearing how people come up with shit. And dude, I know, like, no offense to my wife. I know she got mad at me one day because she's like, the feels, and I don't know. It just really irked me the wrong way. Just the word itself, the feels. I'm like, oh, then I forgot. I'll never do that again. Then just, I think the other day, picking up my kid from daycare, and the little kid is saying, "You cray cray." I'm like,
That's like not even like recent though. Cray cray is like 8 years old.
That's their kid. Not their kid. That's that kid's parent being
trying to be hip.
Right. I'm like, they're stuck in the past and they're trying to remain relevant at the same time. Like, it's like the phrase "say less." Right.
Oh yeah. Like, oh yes.
You know, it's like you have our age group can say less, but we're like kind of pushing the line, you know. But then you have like if you're 40 and you're saying say less, there's a thing like there's something wrong.
I think after a certain age, you just got to throw a lot of the vernacular out the window,
and that's exactly the point.
You do, and it sucks because I did it very early on, and fucking, I know my wife, she hears me rants and shit, and I'm just like an old fucking fart.
We're all gonna be old, sitting on our porches, just cursing about the kids.
Stop! I'll let
you do that. I'll let you know this shit now. I'm doing that shit ass naked. But that be a fucking thing then. So be like, no, it's not even worth it now.
Right.
Probably be disrespectful to be ass naked with socks, but we'll see.
Hey,
just as long as they're white tube
right
socks.
Right, that's
or actually no, or
1990s.
black business socks.
Ooh.
I mean, you know, that's
Black
when you want to be
business
dressy.
Black business socks mean you're important and you got time.
Yeah.
Time to be fucking with the youngin. Oh man.
But, yeah. So yeah, and so even so to Millie, let's get with Millie, right? Millie has her friends. She has Josh. She has
Naya.
Was it Naya?
Naya.
Was it Naya? Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you have her two friends. Then you have, and they're probably the only people that's even reasonably nice to her, except for Booker Hooker, which I thought that was the shittest name ever. Booker Hooker, huh? Booker Hooker. Just call him Booger Man.
Yeah, or just call him Book. You know,
but you know, it's the craziest shit. But this dialogue is just. It's common. It is fucking common, and I say that from times going through fucking Third Street Ramadan, or even the farmers market at the Grove. I just cringe when I hear people talk. I'm like, man, some fucking brain cells just died.
It just reminds me of the Steve Buscemi meme when he's got the backwards hat on, he's got the skateboard, and it's like, what's going on, my fellow kids? It's like, come on, man. We can see right through this.
The best memes in the world. Because it's like, do you know what your face looks like? But no, yeah,
exactly. I feel like the episode of New Girl when Smith is just trying to fit in, and they're like, nah, dude, won't even try. I'm sorry.
No, I mean, it's, you could definitely tell when people are trying to be, look, I understand that you have to, if it's a high school, you got to try to use all the buzzwords and stuff. So I'm not really upset about that, but it was very cringeworthy to me.
Oh yeah. What did Dr. Evil say? I'm hip.
Yeah, I'm with it.
So yeah, but so from her friends to being the only nice people, even her mom was kind of a douchebag. Her sister was.
I thought that her friends were really harsh on her mom, though. To be honest,
they were, but in my opinion, so here's where that made sense to me, especially for this generation. One, they're over opinionated to begin with.
Yeah,
like we have a lot of opinions, but they don't have the filter to know which opinions not to share. And blame that on youth, right? But then at the same time. I assume if they're that open to criticize her mother that way, how open is she to tell her life outside of school? Like how much of what your mom does and goes through and her habits do you tell your friends?
Yeah, I don't know. If my friends were ragging on my mom after her husband died a year ago, I'd probably not be their friends anymore.
Yeah, no, you definitely got to know where to draw the line.
Yeah. It's like, all right, dude, look, I get it. She's not perfect, but she did just lose her fucking husband, and I lost my dad. So maybe don't judge us.
Maybe just a little bit. But and that's what I'm saying. I think that was kind of the thing. And with the Naya character, I think the purpose of her character, and I'm going to say it, being the young black girl, was just to be brutally honest. I think that was the guide of her character, just to know your mom's holding you back and this is what you need to be working on and doing. And because when you think about it, and this isn't necessarily every black kid in every black household, right? But I think you know where I'm going with this. On a large scale, young girls are taught in the black community. Well, no, let me not say that. Young girls are taught in our society because I can't just say it's black. But in our society, young girls are taught to make sure they speak their mind all the time. Make sure people be who you are at all times. And if somebody doesn't like it, then don't you go the other way. Fuck them.
And then you wonder why you don't have any friends in 30 years.
That's exactly what I'm getting at. And it's like sometimes when you're young, you don't know any better. You're just doing what you were told is acceptable or what people accept from you. And so that's really and that's why I don't want to classify it or put it on any particular community. I think as an entire community, as the entire society, that is something that we see and we just kind of don't say nothing about it because people don't like you saying shit to their kids.
Yeah, no, I agree. And I think it all serves its purpose, for the storytelling and stuff. So it's fine.
Now, and they weren't disrespectful either.
Yeah.
If we're being honest, though, I don't think they were ever disrespectful towards her mother, but they definitely said some things where it's like, "Yo, you could have chosen a way better time to say that to me." But all right.
For sure.
And the teacher, what was his name?
That's
Mr.
the wood shop.
The woodshop guy.
That teacher was a dick.
Fuck.
I mean, I thought he was just gonna like literally try to, like sexually accost her at some point. You know what I mean? Like he was just so like cartoonishly villainous.
It put the hurt on her. Kicking her shit.
Right.
Damn, dude.
He was clearly that teacher that gives the jocks a pass.
Right. And then beats women.
Yeah, and severely beats women. Like at first I was like, oh, okay, he knocked her down. And then I'm sorry, you made me do it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. She jumped on your back. She still ain't tried to stab you yet. And now you are punching and kicking her. All right, bro. Time out.
The mom probably rejected him back in the day.
Man, look, I don't know, but he was already at the door. He could have got out of there. It's not like she was 6'4", 240.
No. Yeah.
See, dude, I was waiting for Snape and Harry Potter to do that. To Harry.
That
beat the crap out of him.
Can't look. We got enough cameras.
Your father was an asshole.
we got enough cameras. Can we make that though? That would be awesome.
Oh my god,
Harry, your father was a dickhead.
I should have been your father.
But oh wow, Snape probably felt that way. Snape may have felt it because he was really close with his parents. Why am I talking about Harry Potter? So yeah, from there, the very first day they get the whole kids, and I don't know. What did you guys think of the murder weapon? The not the murder weapon, like the relic.
Yeah,
and
I mean, it's fine.
Right, and
it's the MacGuffin. Yeah, it's honestly, I don't have any criticism for plot or like story building or anything like that, because I knew right away that this movie wasn't supposed to be taken seriously. So
factual.
Yeah,
factual. No questions.
He was cheesy. He reminded me of Child's Play, in a sense.
I think Child's Play definitely had more continuity.
Oh yeah. I'm not watching the movie still. I watched part 2 because I enjoy watching that teacher getting her ass beaten to death with that ruler.
Have you at least seen Bride of Chucky?
Oh, that's a fucking comedy. That's not
okay. That's all I'm saying. I understand if you Child's Play might be a bit much.
If you like watching silhouettes of rubber toys having sex and a disturbing baby getting shot out at the camera, why not? That movie is just super over sexualized versus the Seed of Chucky. Who's that red man in there?
Seed of Chucky. Yeah. Red man was in the Seed of Chucky. Hey man, gotta get that paper.
I just remember him getting his testicles just cutting out.
Wow.
Why is that the part you remember? Why? We gonna have a talk offline, I promise.
I mean, he got it from his stomach, not like downstairs, but hey, these kills are funny to me.
Oh yeah. Hence the reason.
I love these kills.
I did enjoy the kills in this.
It was like fucking. It was like fucking track and field for this dude in this movie.
Silly. What I didn't get. So again, Booker and her friends. Why does the entire school hate her?
Because she's the nerd, even though she's like good looking. If she just combed her hair, I like the fact that she's like the nerdy outcast when she's a good looking girl. She just has like kind of bedhead. Yeah.
Just pull your hair back and you're
pull your hair back and put on a leather jacket and you're the hottest thing on campus all of a sudden.
You make my pussy dry.
Oh God.
No. She didn't say mine. She said this. Yeah. I thought that was way more insulting. Not mine, but this one particularly. That was the insult to me. I would have been hurt.
He was hurt. He was hurt.
He was definitely hurt.
That's why he tried to play the three hole rule after that.
Ugh.
He got it nice too.
I don't. This is what I don't get either on that. As far as all of that, these young men. How do you not see a murder coming? I'm not trying to strip a girl who literally won't speak unless she whispers in my ear how she wants to kill me.
It's thinking they're Come on, man.
And also, I assumed that the Blissfield Butcher was nonverbal at the beginning of the movie.
Well, it was basically like an urban myth until now.
True. This is true.
And I mean, come on, it's a teenager movie. So everybody, it's just like anything we watch. Like going back to watching Scream. Everybody's thinking all the males are basically thinking with their dick.
Yep. Just like in all the Friday the 13th.
Never seen any except Jason Goes to Space.
One of the worst ones was all right.
And Freddy versus Jason.
That one was decent. I really have I have a list of them.
The first 10 minutes of that movie is great, especially that bed scene when he gets folded and he's still holding the beer.
Don't drop the beer, bro. What do you drop your liquor?
I don't think I've ever done that.
Yeah, you can't drop your liquor. Dead or alive. You can't dancing, falling. Don't drop your liquor. Never drink and drive, guys. So also Millie's mom. So Millie's mother is the only parent we really meet. But why is every single parent drunk in this movie? Millie's mom. Oh, she's a wino. Yeah. And then, the parents at the beginning, when they come home and find the 4 kids dead, they come home from a dinner party of some sort. So, they were soireeing.
Because stories nowadays only work if you have a cynical outlook on life. And everything has to be sort of cynical and yeah.
I can argue with that. Yeah.
I mean,
just like Justice League.
Just like Justice League was very cynical, yeah.
No. Justice League was trash. We were cynical.
That's true. It made us cynical.
Right. Justice League, I'm not giving it any kind of credit. No. So yeah, what else do we have?
Murders and running around to get the dagger in order to stab the guy back before midnight.
Stupid scene.
That was fun. Hey man, at least we got to see Mayan temples.
I'm glad you brought up the Aztec temples or Aztec ritual spaces, however you want to call that. So that was something I thought that was interesting about the Dola or La Dola. Which again, something else that annoyed me, like La Dola. Now all of a sudden, the Dola. If you don't, how do you whitewash it midway through the movie? Midway through the movie,
because that kid got through Spanish 3 without knowing shit about Spanish.
Now that was good, because how many people do you know are taking Spanish 3 and they cannot conjugate any words? They don't understand nothing. You say you put hablan and they go, what's that? What do you? It's conjugation for habla. What's habla? You know what? You're gonna go that way.
Did you take Spanish in high school?
I did Spanish 1. I don't think I took Spanish. I think I took Spanish 1 and 2. Yeah. But my Spanish teacher was also my homeroom teacher, so I kind of had to get a decent grade. And no, I can't have a full discussion with you in Spanish. I'm just as bad as Josh was. Only difference is my talents aren't out there to be made a spectacle of.
Well, you know what? I relate with that, especially taking up to French too. And someone asking me, see, there we go.
You lost it already.
It's like parle du français. I said, what? Parle du français. I said, what? Do you speak French? I'm like, oh.
Quoi?
No.
That's when you answer in French. Quoi?
That would have been funny.
I'm like, Killer 18? What is that?
Huh?
It's time to stop talking about this shit. That's what it means.
There you go. And then if you want them to run away, you just say, voulez-vous coucher avec moi?
Oh, man, c'est soir.
So, yeah.
Then just hold up a copy of Moulin Rouge.
Oh, no, you're not even going Shaka Khan.
Or if not that, Tower 3.
Jeez, that's funny. Because you just bringing up the Moulin Rouge. I thought the original version. He's like, nah.
Lil' Kim and Pink and
Maya,
Christina Aguilera.
Yeah, and Christina Aguilera. That was
wait. What are you guys talking about? I'm lost now.
The Moulin Rouge.
The Baz Luhrmann movie.
The one that came out like when we were in junior high or something.
Yeah,
nope.
It was like gigantic.
No, really?
I did not touch it.
Oh,
I think I knew better.
I think that movie was competing with when Queen Latifah did Chicago or something like that.
It was like the new Titanic, really.
Like, Chicago or whatever that singing movie. Yeah. Basically, at that time, it was the new Titanic. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I tell people, I'm like, man, not Chicago. Titanic's a comedy.
Somewhat. And for the record, Moulin Rouge even had a whole live performance by the ladies at the end of the movie for the song. You're messing up, buddy.
What's it that?
Missing out. I don't know if you'd enjoy it now, but as a kid, that was one of the greatest things. Like, what? There's a music video at the end of this, and it wasn't a bootleg.
You know what? Actually, someone gave me that movie to watch back in high school, and I never did watch it.
I mean, if you like musicals, you'll probably like it, but I don't know. I thought it was a musical guy. It's not bad. That's true. It's not big on musicals. Definitely have to be in the musicals. Yeah. I'll watch Les Miserables like 3 times in a row. I don't know. That's a great one. Talk about miserable.
People tell me all the time. They're like, "You do what?" I'm like, "Les Miserables is a good movie." They're like,
no. I'm not saying it's a bad movie. It's a miserable movie. Literally called The Miserable.
Yeah. I think there's only 2 musicals I actually enjoyed. I think it was Sweeney Todd.
Sweeney Todd was a good one.
I've not seen Book of Mormon yet. I do want to.
Book of Mormon was good as well.
Sweeney Todd and Into the Woods.
I have not seen Into the Woods.
And that was it.
Sweeney Todd, I liked that one. That might be like in my top 10 musicals, honestly.
Always makes me hungry. Always want a chicken pot pie afterwards.
You want a meat pie after that, huh?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I hate that word.
Meat pie.
Oh God. Yeah. Maybe I'm not as off as I thought I was sometimes. I say things, I'm like, I never would have thought of that one right there.
It's a good thing you don't play Borderlands. That's all they say. Ride the meatsicle. Pound the meat puppet.
Oh. Good Lord, man.
And I played every Borderlands. He is not lying, sir. Man. Yes. Like Nick said, a lot of running around, murders. Good murders though. The murders were cool. But that was really what kept everything together. Was you start being like, all right, what are they doing? They're just running out. Oh, somebody's getting murdered. Cool. Yeah. All right, now I'm ready for the next. 3 murders in a row. All right, we spicing up over here.
That scene with the mom in the dressing room was way too long.
Oh, that was that. Now wait. This is the weird part. Visually, I didn't like that scene.
Yeah, no, too pink.
Dialogue, right? It was just a little too bright for the movie.
Why is he in a pink dressing room trying on polos?
Well, the fact that the polo was already in
I thought he was hiding in a Victoria's Secret for a second. I'm like, they're gonna find out.
I'm sorry, I wouldn't be wearing that polo.
But this is what I didn't understand. Why did they go to her mom's job?
I have no idea. I don't know. Just because they wanted that scene.
Yeah, you're right.
He was on the way.
You're right.
It's always on the way.
Small town.
And it made her mother so fucking needy in that scene.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, we know you're going through something, but you're literally asking a man out that this is. Can we end this?
She needs the meat puppet.
I just kept thinking, can they hurry it in this, or cut to something else? And then the way they ended was also trashed.
Oh yeah. Oh, the ending.
No.
I was about to say the ending is man.
Buffy the Vampire Slayer. That was awesome.
Awful.
Wow, that was very Buffy.
Oh God.
And that was Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the movie, not the TV show.
Man,
there was no reason for that last 5 minutes. No reason whatsoever. Everything was wrapped up.
You know what, to tell you the truth, I was cool with that versus what I was expecting. One of those things where you end up getting a dagger and he's like stabs someone in the ambulance. I would have like, he's not dead. Here's a part 2. I'm like, I don't want a part 2, man.
He should have been dead anyways. There's no reason that he could have magically got shot 3 times in the chest and then literally the same night gone to their house with no problem.
He was Harlem shaking Wit doing the Dougie at the same time. So what the fuck?
I don't know. I don't understand. Like I know that they pulled his monitor, so it looked like he flatlined or he undid his monitor.
I think he took it off.
Okay.
But Yeah, it does show that he takes it off.
Okay.
Or it's off. But that's just the beauty of slasher films. It's like, how many times you got to cut off Michael Myers at Jason head? Blast on him.
Yeah,
These dudes are
I
fucking
understand.
superhuman.
Right.
Oh, this shit is
No, that
stupid.
makes sense. It is
Fucking
just
stupid.
yeah. Boy, oh boy.
You loved it.
It was a good comedy. What are you talking about?
It was a comedy.
It was not a comedy. So we got the whole gambit of opinions here.
So it was not a comedy, but it was comedy.
No, there were comedic elements in it, but it was a slasher movie.
Fact.
Like it's a slasher fantasy.
Yeah, no, it's actually
pretty
listed
much
under
what-
horror thriller, and I was like, "Where's the thriller?"
Horror thriller, yeah. No, not really thriller, just gore porn.
And that, you could have definitely gave me gore, horror gore or something of that nature, and I would have ran with it. Or just it's scary. Like horror and scary should be two totally different categories.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't even know if this is scary.
It's not scary. This isn't scary.
You're right. It goes in the gore category, so I guess gore has to be another category too.
It's a slasher, which is fine. I could be comfortable with that category, but yeah, it's more gore oriented than most.
A lot of the kills in this movie were surprisingly really clean.
They were very realistic.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that. I mean, just breaking that what was that beer bottle and just I'm like, goddamn.
Yeah, quick slash to the throat. Which my only issue with that, I think that was probably the second or third glass bottle that had broken in the movie, and I'm like, all right, glass bottles don't break like that.
No, they don't. They're actually really hard to break.
Really hard to break, and they never break that clean.
No,
trust me, I've tried.
What are you doing?
But sugar glass
in
bottles,
college, trying to figure out how do they do that in the movies.
Right.
Fuck.
You just end up putting a dent in your table.
No, I was doing it on concrete.
Oh, okay, good.
What the fuck?
And it was a bunch of recyclables, man. It's not like I was just being super crazy. Phrasing.
And somebody lost money on that.
No, they still take them if they're shattered.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, they shatter them when you give them to them. They just want the weight.
Yeah. Learn something every day.
What do you think they did with them? You think they keep them whole and just wash them out and refill them, call them recycled bottles? They smash those things.
Yes.
By color, in fact, that's why they're coated.
That's why I secretly get freaked out when I see a bottle that says recycled.
That's why I don't use any bottles that says recycled.
Oh, all right. Enough of my fears.
That'd
That'll be its own horror movie.
Now, I did want to again the Dola, the La Dola. So it's supposed to be Mesoamerican, from 1488, per the museum case that it was in, and I like how the dad had like all of these millions of artifacts, and this one just happened to be something that could do something. Yeah, I can't even be sure that really added up.
No, but I'm not holding anything against this movie for being incomprehensible.
Right. Because even with the teacher, like reading the picture, reading the blade, and it's like, then they show it to us, and I'm like, where's the words?
There are no words. She was just looking at the picture really closely.
Right. There were no words. It was just, that was a thing for me. Because if it's one thing I like about murder flicks, I like to know a lot about the weapon. Like, why did you choose this weapon? Is it Candyman? I think Candyman uses a hook simply because he doesn't only use a hook, but primarily uses a hook. Just that's his weapon. That's his go-to weapon. You think he's a big guy. It's a pretty nice weapon that you can grab things, you can lift people, you can slice people wide open. Like, it makes sense. Like Captain Hook. I figured that's why he had a hook, because he had a sword in one hand and a hook in the other. He could use it as a shield and as a weapon. Freddy and Jason. Freddy, the claws, something he created on his own. He's a figment of your imagination, so his weapon should not make 1,000,000% sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I see your face. I can go down the list. I'm telling you, my thing in murder flicks is the weapon. Yeah, just don't pick your nose. But my thing in murder flicks is the weapon. I promise you. If the weapon doesn't make sense, I'm kind of just like, all right.
Well, the thing was, he wasn't using it to really kill people.
He wasn't, and that kind of irritated me too. I expected him to use it to kill more than one, or to kill anybody. Nobody died from the stabbing.
It kind of looked like one of those ice picks. That would have been fun to play with. Poking people in the back of their neck. Clean, straightforward. You know what? I should shut up.
No. I can see that working. You use it like No Country. What is that? No Country for Old Men, where the guy has the helium tank and he's
the cattle killer.
Yeah. Just not like that, but like you have a hammer and you have an ice pick and kunk, straight into the brain, man. Okay, I'm sorry, we should stop.
Yikes.
I watch a lot of these flicks, and that's why the murder weapon is a thing for me. Because if it doesn't make sense, it's like if it's a good murder weapon and they really put some thought into it, the murder weapon alone can make the movie.
Yeah. Like, I mean, honestly, iconic wise, like Jason's machete, or Michael Myers' fucking knife, kitchen knife,
butcher's knife.
Yeah,
not a hack. But the biggest knife you have, that's straight blade, that's a butcher's knife. Which again makes sense because you use that to cut meat. I told you guys, why did I get started on weapons?
You keep saying why I gotta get started and then keep going. So
I love murder weapons. Like, I promise you, that's what I watch these movies for. So it's like if you guys brought up basketball right now, you guys know I would just go on a tangent. I can't help it.
I love these for the kills.
Yeah, these were nice kills. I thought, okay, really. So while we're getting to kills, and then I want to really discuss, like not discuss, but I want to have a question for that last 5 minutes of the movie. So the one kill that I had a real question with was the teacher. So you stab him in the neck, he's bleeding from the jugular because he is squirting blood everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Then you push him down onto the table and you like push his legs back, and that was cool and all, but was it necessary?
Yeah, he was a dick.
He was a dick. But
I probably would have did extra just for the hell of it.
Because if you ask me, he was really the only one that deserved to die.
Yeah, and the little chick with the
oh yeah the mean girl.
The mean girl.
she did deserve it too.
I hate to say this, but damn, have I seen this before? Mortal Kombat, I'd be like, come well.
Ooh, yeah.
Fuck you! You guys got this shit from Freaky. But no,
well,
I actually enjoy Kung Lao's skill better.
Which came out first? This came out first, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they might have. Because if we're being honest, the kills in this were better than the kills in Mortal Kombat.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, probably.
Mm-hmm.
More brutal.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly what I mean. Mm-hmm. Because how much blood did you get in Mortal Kombat? And you had fucking Kano ripping out hearts.
I think it's the cliche of both movies. Cliche of what you expect from Mortal Kombat, and a cliche of what you artists is to see in a slasher film.
Right. I think that there's a threshold of like where violence and gore become camp. And I think a lot of thrillers and slashers reside in the camp death sort of lane. You know what I mean? And I think that's kind of why I thought the first few deaths were so fucked up, because they don't fall into the camp category. Like, those were just gruesomely murdering somebody.
Right. Kind of setting the tone almost.
Yeah.
Or trying to set a tone almost.
Right.
Nothing was as gory as those.
I feel like this is American Horror Story Week for us in a sense. You know, when Exofathom, when you guys were talking about possessions, jumping into this slasher film.
Oh yeah, that's true.
This is fun.
This is fun.
I hope it doesn't inspire you for Numbers Can Talk on serial killers.
Oh, there you go.
No, but I wouldn't be blowing the low if I said I have been researching something about serial killers or murders. I'm not sure how far it's gonna go, and I don't mind saying that on air, but I have definitely been looking into it just to try to, find some different types of content related to the other shows that we do.
For sure. All right, let's get into the last 5 minutes.
Yep.
Ooh. All right. And we don't have to even talk about it point by point. My question is, did it not seem in the last 5 minutes like he came back to help her become a better person?
Yeah, I almost felt like he was going to somehow.
Me.
Yeah, kind of a little bit. Yeah,
I thought he was going to kidnap her and try to raise her into a killer.
Right.
Be my daughter.
Right. But then when it came down, and then I started, like, I've been in your body, and I know what it feels like to be weak. And it's like, so are you? Did you come back just so she can kill you?
It was a sexual thing.
Oh yeah. He did feel her up the moment that he was in her body. So
boobies.
Definitely. Yo, again, one of those things that in my house we're sitting here like that wasn't necessary.
It was the whole.
Like they do it in every body switching movie, but it wasn't necessary.
Of course.
Oh, I got a
those
penis.
Are usually adults and not teenage girls. So
yeah.
Yeah,
like, ooh, I got a penis, but
an adult man in a teenage girl's body is a little bit.
It was getting me because she was taking a piss, but I'm like, dude, you went to go take a shower first, and you didn't notice. You're not going to notice your penis slinging around.
Right. That's true. That is
with
true.
the gay friend or the other female friend. How is it? Is it big?
Oh
yeah. That was the Josh character. I thought that was kind of like, all right, again, one of those moments where he pushes the line, but it's like, all right, you could have went a little over where he could have been trying to peek over the fucking door or something, and he didn't do that. So I get what it tried to push certain lines. I do.
Instead, you got a grown man and teenage guy kissing. Yeah.
Hey, Hollywood.
That was so awkward, dude. That was so awkward and unnecessary. Like, doesn't add anything to the story, really. I mean,
it's the Woody Allen effect.
We won't do it.
No.
So but yeah, so we all are in agreement, whatever. We all agree that
concurrence.
No,
I don't know.
Come on. I was like, ooh, new one. No, but yeah, so we all agree though that he definitely came back as like that kind of like it was almost like a mentor in a sports movie.
Well, I mean, he came back to kill her family, but he acted like he was going to take her in, under his wing and teach her how to be a murderer.
Yeah. I played around with the kill, and that's what happens when you start dying, fucking monologuing your shit.
Yeah.
Just get to the. Never mind.
He was like a great white playing with his food.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And the Dolphins came to fuck him up.
Hey, listen, dolphins are violent.
Yeah,
they're not really violent towards us, but they are violent.
No, they can be violent towards humans.
Well, they can be violent towards humans. But I've heard that those bottlenoses are weapons.
Oh yeah.
Between them and orcas,
giant dolphins.
Orcas are
joke. Yeah, giant dolphins are definitely scary. Again, another murder weapon I like. Sea animals.
Orcas.
But we get free willy like they're fucking lovable fucking animals. Okay.
I you know what? I had to dislike Free Willy after I learned more about orcas, and I was like, this is the most misleading bullshit in the world.
Oh yeah.
Like at least Flipper made sense because dolphins are nice if you train them right.
Right.
But you ain't never seen an orca that wasn't trying to eat you. That includes Shamu.
Mm-hmm. Yes, human masters. Yes.
Oh, Shamu killed a few people, and her kids killed people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now, of course, they didn't tell us that until way later, but it made sense.
Mm-hmm.
And when you find out, everybody didn't die by being crushed. Some people were food.
Oh yeah, no, they drowned them.
Really?
Oh yeah. Shamu's dad, I think his name was. There was something that rhymed with Shamu, but Shamu's dad drowned one of the people at SeaWorld. Yeah.
So
they'll hold you underwater.
Shamu.
Yeah. They'll hold you underwater. They know that you can't breathe water.
Underwater, yeah. So they take you under and then they do like a barrel roll or something.
Yep.
Jesus Christ.
Or they hit you with their tail fin and stun you while you're underwater, and that's it. You're dead. Wow. Yeah, they don't like to be in captivity. I don't blame them.
Yeah. I don't blame them either. I've never heard those stories, and I now want to go watch another documentary on orcas because I watched documentaries on orcas and I've never heard that.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard about orcas capsizing boats.
Yeah, they do lots of stuff.
Yeah. That was some crazy stuff. But they say that's like out in the Arctic Ocean and stuff like that. Which apparently those orcas are bigger than the ones that we have over here in the Pacific.
More blubber from the walruses they eat, I think.
Wow. Yeah, makes sense. Because they're like in the Arctic Ocean. They're colder. They're in a colder climate.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's it. But the 5 minutes, that's all I had. I had to ask that question if we all felt like he was trying to help her for whatever reason.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's all I have on that. And the next thing I have for me,
ratings,
man. Favorite kills. What are you talking about? Favorite kill.
I don't know.
Favorite kill.
The toilet.
That can't be your favorite kill. Come on. That was kind of a cool kill.
The little sharpoo thing. It was just like he threw it missing, but it's just funny enough. I would have stayed my ass in that closet. Fuck, I would have stayed. Like you had a secret compartment. That was surprising. I'm like, but I would have stayed my ass in there. I mean, her parents would have got it.
Yep.
But I would have stayed in there. But at the end of that, I was like, God damn, he just tossed her and bloop, like a fucking mantle. I'm like, damn.
Nice. Yeah, I didn't get that either. Like, they only killed kids. Like, I get he only kills kids. But if he originally started by killing his mother, why would he be opposed to killing adults?
Easy prey. Then this the premise of the movie itself.
You're 6'4" Goliath. Which of the adults you saw in this movie, other than Vince Vaughn, could fight him off?
Maybe the man-looking sister.
Man.
You said it. You said it. Okay, yeah. So for you, the harpoon or the throwing of the arrow and her getting impaled on that. Okay, yeah.
Or the tennis racket.
Oh come on, you
tennis
can't have
racket's
two.
pretty funny.
It was like a fucking cartoon.
Yeah, you can't have
comedy skit. Like that was clean.
It was so clean.
What the fuck?
It was so clean. Absolutely clean. Okay, yeah.
I forgot. Well, yeah. All right, never mind. It's either that or the wine bottle at the beginning.
Oof.
I was like, God damn. He crushed.
Some people gotta go. Sometimes you gotta go.
He's already dying. That's not coming back up. But why'd you crush it?
Gotta go.
It's for dramatic effect.
Make sure.
It reminded me of Jason versus Freddy at the beginning when he stabbed Homeboy with the machete in his back several times. That dude's already like shaking and shit. Then he just had to fucking fold the mattress with him.
I just totally forgot I was about to say something. Because you said that again for what I thought you'd have made me think of that scene like twice in this show.
Oh, that scene's beautiful.
Oh. I'm trying to think of how do I say this properly. That's how. What I didn't like, before I get to my favorite kill, what I didn't like about my favorite kill was that it wasn't long enough. It just wasn't long enough. But my favorite kill, yes, I said it. My favorite kill was with the Candyman hook. When she just caught him in the eye from behind the thing. Oh, and my other issue with that was, she got really strong all of a sudden.
Yeah, she's strong when she needs when the story needs her to be.
She got her early mommy strength in. Mommy strength.
Yeah, no, but that was my favorite kill because I think it was the most subtle.
Hey, at least he didn't get it from the nuts.
I think that would have made it my favorite kill even more. Because you catch him with that hook from the nuts, you gotta rise. Which means 8 times out of 10, they would have had her split him in half.
Oh, poor.
And I would have made it second
not
person.
Physically possible, though.
Not not physical damage.
And if it was like a hook, like she got one of those, since it was a mill and them things that you like lift shit up, and she just swung it and just got him from the crotch down and just pulled him up. Yeah, I can see
there
that.
you go. Yeah.
Instead, she just reached through the glory hole and took an eye.
Well, there you go. Give me like Scary Movie 1 with the Wayans brother. You got the dick through the air.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do it again.
No, Sean, no. But yeah, so that was my favorite kill, the hook to the eye. Now, there were a lot of great kills. My second favorite kill was definitely the teacher in the saw, the bandsaw, but it was the only real subtle kill we got. And if you ask me, it was probably the most likely kill versus her busting through the wall. A lot of the other kills were just kind of excessive. Just excessive. So if I had to, when I wanted to choose a favorite kill, I found the simplest one that was still clean and good. The only downside to it was her punching through that wall.
I'll tell you this. Now you got me inspired to make a meme or a GIF. Just have that scene when she just rips through the wall and just says, "Surprise, motherfucker."
Some fries, motherfucker.
They had the Kool-Aid scenes too much in this movie. Oh, yeah.
So, Nick, what was your favorite kill?
I guess the tennis racket is fine. Yeah.
It's in my top 5.
Yeah. I mean, it's all good. I don't know. There's something about this type of violence that I'm just not that interested in. It's weird because I could watch, something like Kill Bill where, the bride slashes through like 50 dudes with a katana and I'm like, yeah, that's awesome. But for some reason, this is just like, I don't know. I know maybe it's because it doesn't serve utility or something. I'm not sure why it doesn't. But yeah, I mean, the tennis racket was funny. So yeah,
it was pretty funny. And it was like, oh, that was clever.
I think, Nick, it would have served you better would it be in Vince Vaughn? If there was more cartoony kills, it would have been nice.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Had they been more like just totally out there kills, then maybe I would have been like, okay, I like them a lot more. But they were just, it felt like they were more brutal than cartoonish. And so, yeah.
Less thought put into the kill and more thought put into the outcome of the kill.
More like, not like, oh, how can we do this the most like insane way, but like, oh, what if I wanted to kill somebody with this, how would I do it? Like somebody really thought about those kills and was like, let's make sure that we can see the guy split in half all the way down. And, let's make sure that we can see the little girl's face get smushed by a toilet seat,
Like, clean again. I got a question.
Yeah.
You seen Happy Death Day and with this director doing those movies, how were the kills compared to this?
I mean, it's still kind of similar, to be honest. Still a little bit similar, but the premise of Happy Death Day is a lot more fantastical because it's basically just a girl who repeats her birthday over and over again, and it's the day that she dies. So
it's like a murder Groundhog Day, right?
Yeah, pretty much. And I don't know, like I felt like that was more fantastical than this movie for some reason. Even though this movie has fantastical elements, to be honest, it really does. Like you could take out the Freaky Friday aspect of this, and I think it would be fine. Yeah, it would be kind of a similar movie.
Oh,
what I mean?
To the other movie.
No, to just like to what it is now. I don't think that the Freaky Friday aspect of this movie actually is all that important.
No, I don't think so either. It was only 2 scenes.
Right.
The first, the middle scene and the ending scene, or the second to last scene. So yeah, no, I'm with you on that. I didn't even feel like that was really the purpose of the movie. Like I didn't feel like that was as much of the core as we were led to believe, by the trailer and stuff. Mm-hmm. So yeah, no, I could definitely co-sign that. So yeah, I have nothing else. That's it for me.
All right, let's do our ratings.
Ratings.
Let's go first.
I go first. I get this out the way.
Let's do it. Like a Nike commercial.
6.
It's very generous.
That's as high as I'm going.
Right.
I hope I have the highest one. Not because I didn't like the movie. You know what? It gets a 5 now because you're playing. 5 for me. 5. And again, it's not I don't like the movie. It's just the reality of it's not for me. If I had to suggest it to the age group I think it's suggested for, I would tell them, hey, go check that out. I think you would like it. Yeah. So if I had to tell them, like if I were trying to persuade them to go check it out, I'd probably tell them, oh, I rated it a 7.5. I'm giving it a 5 because Nick wanted to be funny.
Yeah, I tell them to go watch Scream and say, what the fuck is this? It's boring.
Oh, they'd be bored,
that's true. Yeah. They would be very bored. Yeah. Yeah, and I think that's kind of a symptom of the storytelling too. It's like this is an hour and 30 minutes long, by the way, and which is quite short for a feature-length movie.
Which I'm happy about.
Yeah, I'm not mad about it. To be honest, look, trust me. After watching There Will Be Blood, I'm like, I don't want to watch another 2.5 hour long movie. But
then look at the last movie. That was just fucking needlessly too long.
Which one?
The Little Things.
Oh, The Little Things. Yeah, that's so true.
Agreed.
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, like, I think if you want me to give my rating, I will do so. I'm going to give it a 5 as well. I didn't hate the movie. I didn't think it was bad. I honestly didn't have any sort of scrutiny for the absurdity of the ideas or the plot or anything like that because I knew that it was just supposed to be a fun, turn your brain off, watch the movie sort of thing. So none of that stuff bothered me. I think that Vince Vaughn wasn't as strong as the girl. I forget her name. So her name is Catherine Newton. I think Catherine Newton was a lot more charismatic on camera than Vince Vaughn was for some reason. I really don't know why, but I think that she was more convincing as a serial killer than Vince Vaughn was. And, I don't know. So,
I'm with that. Also, I want to say I didn't like a lot of the camera angles they got Vince Vaughn in, but that's another conversation.
Yeah, for sure. So 5 for me. It's a fun movie. If you're younger, you'll probably like it a lot more. Especially if you haven't seen a Freaky Friday type movie, you'll probably appreciate it. But yeah, it's, I'm too old for this shit. So 5.
Danny, you can leave a weapon in, huh?
That's right.
All right, so we're done.
If we ever do Die Hard, we're really showing our age, but that's,
Oh, I know. We'll do that for Christmas.
I've never seen a Die Hard.
Yeah.
Hey, can we watch the newest ones?
Well, we have to watch the first one first.
Did you just say you?
No, I've never seen Die Hard. Dude, there's a list of movies you guys would be very surprised that I've never seen.
Oh,
fair enough.
I
probably wouldn't be surprised. Trust me.
Yeah, I've never fully watched Total Recall with Arnold Schwarzenegger all the way through yet. I can go down the list.
But that movie kind of drags on a little bit, but it is pretty good.
Yeah, it gets slow, but when it picks back up, oh boy, it picks back up.
But I will never watch the original Terminator.
Yeah, Terminator 2 is better though.
Exactly.
Terminator 2 is better, so you don't have to. Yeah.
That's fair.
All right, so let me get my ratings and get this over.
But wait, really quick. Terminator 2 was technically plagiarized as well.
Why you say that?
Because apparently 1 and 2 were derived from the same book or the same script or the same original.
Oh, really? James Cameron is ripping something off again?
Or
shocked.
Or the comic book.
Yeah.
What, Terminator?
Yeah.
I didn't know there was a comic book. See, got to do more homework because Terminator and Matrix apparently was written by the same person. But hey, go do research.
Fucking Dancing with Wolves with Smurfs.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck that.
Fern Gully with aliens.
Oh, okay, I get you. I'm there.
Let's see. I'm gonna give it a 7. I give it a 7 for. I love the kills. I just love the kills completely. I did like first movie really taking note of Catherine Newton. I thought she was really good from playing off the bullied kid to I'm gonna pull off this psycho bitch. I thought that was good. A lot of the adults were annoying to me, very annoying.
I think they were meant to be.
Yeah, and going back to what you guys said, it's more relatable to this generation coming up that's still in high school, and for me, give it a 7 for the simple reason. Also, too, it's been a long time since I've really seen a slasher film, and it's funny because I wanted to see Happy Death Day because I thought that was a pretty interesting concept, but I've never touched it. Now I'm probably going to jump in and watch the first one and the second one to do some comparisons, but yeah, it's a decent popcorn flick. Just if you want to burn some time with a date, or just fuck around, or just walk in and just like, oh, that's on, okay.
Nice.
Oh, that's on. I love it.
All right. Well, that does us 17 out of 30, which is a 5.6 out of 10 for Freaky.
Still higher than I thought it would have got.
Yeah. Still higher.
Or from the group rating. For the group rating.
Oh, right.
5.6 is higher than I thought.
Yeah.
Plus, I was
So I guess
surprised
we all enjoyed it a little more than we led on. If you know.
Oh yeah, I liked it better than Colossal. So
one good thing I could say, this is a movie. This is pretty cool, and I can't wait for us to keep doing this. It's one of them things where none of us seen this movie. Damn, you forgot Colossal already?
No, I didn't
we've
forget
never seen.
Colossal. I was really processing if I like this better than Colossal, and the only thing I keep thinking is, nah, Anne Hathaway. She blows both of these actors out of the water. What do you want from me?
Is it even Jason Sudeikis? I assume.
Great actor. Blows both of these acting performances out of the water.
the numbers speak for themselves. This movie is better than Colossal. Sorry, guys. I
put the writing in the same ballpark, so that is very fair. Now I have to know, how much higher than Colossal is this?
Colossal's at a 5. This is at a 5.6.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can live with that. This had better kills. Colossal had no kills, even though there was a bunch of Korean people.
One kill. You got to see Jason Sudeikis fly. Never land.
Never saw if he died or not. How we know he didn't land in the ocean and just swim back?
PG-13.
That's all I'm saying.
Maybe he landed in a pillow factory.
Yeah.
The rated R movie is definitely should get a higher rating than the PG-13.
That's going to be their version of the Zyder cut for them.
The Zyder.
The Zack Snyder cut.
I get it. You really like Zack Snyder stuff. I can tell. You even gave him.
No, I don't. No, I really don't. You guys just be. Army of the Dead was a surprise for me. I thought it was decent. I've not watched Watchmen, and I'm not going to watch Sucker Punch.
Oh, I didn't know he did Sucker Punch. I've seen the Watchmen. Are you excited for Army of the Dead too?
No.
Sucker Punch seems like it was made by an incel.
The fuck?
It's like a little blonde girl in a skirt, beating up bad guys, right? I mean, doesn't it kind of seem like a weird male fantasy thing?
Dang.
Is that just me?
No, I mean, I haven't seen it, and I hear it's like the psychological thing too, so I'm not touching it. I'd rather watch The Spirit over and over.
Is Sucker Punch anything like Kick Punch? No. What was that?
Kick Ass?
Kick Ass.
No.
No. I mean, no. It's just an action flick, but Sucker Punch is based around this. I think her name is. I haven't seen it in a long time. Her name is something Browning, Emma Browning, or something like that. Okay. But she's just this young girl that's wearing a schoolgirl's uniform and very short skirt and fighting bad guys. It's kind of like if you know the game Lollipop Chainsaw. Okay. Same sort of vibe.
It's eye candy for some guys.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that dude. I don't know. I'm not a fan of that dude.
I don't even know how to process that.
I'm not watching I'm not fucking with Army of the Dead 2 unless you guys want to cover it.
Nah.
Only if you guys want to do the.
Bautista's still in it.
Yeah, as a mega zombie. Dead.
Yeah.
That's my point.
That's right.
Yeah, unless
be
you
the
guys
Alpha
want
Chad zombie.
He's the new King zombie.
Yes.
No, it's the black dude.
Oh, that's right. They're gonna have to have battle. Yeah, they'll have to fight.
The fake guy, the fake Spawn looking guy.
Yeah, the guy that went to Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm not interested in the prequel either. The whole fucking heist movie they're gonna do.
There's a prequel and a sequel in the. Okay, we can stop talking about.
Well, Netflix paid him like a crap ton of money for a trilogy. So Yeah.
They must have really liked the Justice League.
They must be money laundering. That's all I gotta say.
Once again, after Suicide Squad and watching that interview with fucking James Gunn, and he's like, he had complete creative fucking control over that. And I'm thinking of this dude, and this dude was over there bitching about he didn't have enough control. I'm like, okay, bro.
Yeah.
The movies are way too long and fucking stale.
That sounds like he couldn't sign his own paycheck.
Well, it also sounds like his movies didn't have a very good track record. James Gunn's got a great track record with Disney. They like he's batting 1,000 considering, so it's like, I don't know, Zack Snyder did 3 terrible movies for DC or whatever. And then
I think most of his movies are terrible.
Right. Yeah. But, like you can't bitch about the fact that, they cracked down on you because you weren't making good stuff. If you were making good stuff, they probably would have given you more room. So
that's a fact. But yeah, and if you guys want more on our opinions on Zack Snyder versus James Gunn, it's there. I want to say it's on the Army of the Dead episode.
Yeah, on the Suicide Squad episode too.
Yeah. Anything with either one of their names in it.
Right.
I enjoy doing that.
Check out the backlog on YouTube, people.
Oh yeah, there. Got lots of stuff to watch. Yeah, you guys good?
We are good.
We good?
Who wants to carry us out?
You go ahead, Dejan. Do it.
All right.
It's your episode.
Well, thank you guys for joining us tonight on the Screen Time Continuing. If you like what we do here, you can check out our individual channels. Nick does his Exo Fandom on Mondays and Fridays at what time again, Nick? 8:30? 8 o'clock?
Yeah. Ish.
And 8-ish. And along with Keelan, he does Numbers Can Talk on Tuesdays at 6 p.m.
He's moving it now.
Moving it to 8 p.m. now. Mm-hmm. Then if you want to catch me, my lame ass commentary, you can check me on Strawberries and Coffee on Tuesdays and Thursdays between 9:45 and 10 p.m. on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Love you guys. Thank you. And catch us on Sunday at 8:30 p.m. for whatever weird shenanigans we're going to be up to, depending on what we're watching. Night.
Good night, everyone.
Later, guys.